Hey guys, National Ceiling Fan Day was back on this Saturday, and I did actually make a video of the ceiling fans in my house. However, it ended up being way too long, and I could not get it off of my phone onto my computer. So I'm going to attempt to make this one slightly less long. So this is kind of like a late National Ceiling Fan Day update of the ceiling fans installed in my house. So just think of it as sort of a National Ceiling Fan Day special, even though it's not truly on National Ceiling Fan Day. So we're starting out in the addition this time, and there have been a few changes here and there actually. I think most of the fans that you'll see have been changed. So well, let's go ahead and get started. So this one right here, we got the FASCO Great Room, 56-inch from 1986. And this one is model 956. I think that's the model number. I can't remember. It's either 956 or 960. I think it's actually 960. But either way, it's a 56-inch model, and this is the one that I got from my friend in Ohio. He actually shipped it to me. And you saw this one in my video where I said that the flywheel had broken, and so I'd used the flywheel for my 5-blade Charleston. That's actually the flywheel that I have on there right now. I still would like to get a permanent one, like a metal one made, or at least get one made somehow. I'm not really sure, but this replaces the brown Sears that I had in here since we moved in, and the shade that you see there is actually from that Sears. We actually just took it off of that one and put it on this one because we liked how it looked in here. So then, moving out here to the dining room, we actually have the brown Sears that I took out of the addition. I put it up in this room, and that's because in my last update I had the antique brass Sears up here, but that one had a wobbling issue, and also that one was variable speed, and the variable speed still worked, and that's pretty rare to find the variable speed still working on those, so I didn't want to destroy the variable speed by using it regularly, so I decided to just replace it with the brown one from the addition, because I knew I was going to be taking that one out to put the great room up. And when I asked my family if they wanted to either have light blades from the antique brass Sears or the dark blades that originally came with this one, they took the dark blades because they matched the table, so I thought that was nice. And those also have edges on them, so they're more ornate and more fancy. I also put the ceiling medallion up there to hide the marks from the canopy from the old chandelier. And the 5-arm light kit on here is the one that came with the Charleston. Sorry about that, but yeah, this light kit came off of the Charleston that I got from my restore years ago, and it's the 3-way light kit, and the light kit is on this switch. I think I actually mentioned that in my last video. It's on a dimmer, and the fan is hardwired. So, moving on to the kitchen, this is another change that I made. I used to have the American Industries hugger in here, but I replaced that with this SMC U42 that I got from Ohio when I went there to visit my friend. And I actually really like this one in here. I think a 42-inch fan fits better in here. It's not as close to the wall on that side and the cabinets on that side, so I think it moves more air, just kind of in this setting. I flipped the blades over so that the plain side is facing down because nobody really liked the stencil for some reason. I liked the stencil, but nobody else did. They thought it looked tacky. So it has the same light kit that the American Industries had. I might put a smaller globe on that, I'm not sure. And then I took the pull chain extension from the SMC DC42 that I have and put it on that one. So, moving into the master bedroom, we have the only fan that has remained the same the entire time we've lived at this house. This is the 52-inch FASCO Charleston, 2nd generation model 452 in antique brass, and this is the one that I mentioned I got from the restore years ago, and it was the one that 5-arm light kit that is on the Sears in the dining room came off of. So this one has remained unchanged. I did have a issue with it actually right before I recorded this video when I arrived here. My dad said it was making some really awful noise, so I went ahead and turned it on. It was making some awful, like, wet and dry bearing noise. So I was afraid I was going to have to take it down and replace the bearings. I just shot some oil into the bottom bearing, and that seems to have fixed it, so I'm not sure if the top bearing is also going to become an issue. But for now, the bottom bearing seems to have solved that. So, yeah. This one gets used almost daily. The blades are filthy. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but they are. Maybe turn the light on. They are very dirty. It's running on low right now. All the fans in the video are running on low for the sake of the video. Forgot to mention that. So that's that one. This one is from 1986 also, just like the Great Room I forgot to mention. So moving on into my sister's room, we have another change that I actually made and that I really like. This is the Hunter R&M Original, and this is the one that I got. I think I got it like last year, something like that. I got it from a house in Annapolis. They was originally installed in those people's kitchen, and I bought it from this one guy. So yeah, now it's in my sister's bedroom. So the tag on the motor is right on this side. I would really have loved to orient it like the other way so that the tag is facing that way, but it has the original globe inlet kit from the fan, original to the fan, and that's what it looks like with the light kit on. There's a CFL in there, I believe. And this one I replaced my Emerson 1895 series with. I like this one a lot better, actually, than the 1895 series. I don't know. I just really wanted to put something Hunter up in my house, and specifically an original, and I just thought this room would be the best candidate, especially because the polished brass motor goes really well with her trophies and medals, which I think is really nice. That's why I think polished brass goes best in here. The 1895 series was really good in here as well, but I like this one just a little bit better. The finish of the blades is also closer to the color of the floor, or the finish of the floor and the cabinets there. So yeah, this one also I converted to 3-speed. It was originally a 2-speed model, but I converted it to 3-speed because if I was going to install this, I was either going to have to put it on a wall control or convert it to 3-speed, and since the fans in this room and my parents' room are hardwired, only option was to convert it to 3-speed using a capacitor, so I did that. And so this is actually the first time you'll see, the first and only time you've actually seen it running on this low speed, this new low speed that I made. Because in the video, the demonstration video, I only tested it on the original 2 speeds, and the original 2 speeds are still wired. The original low is now medium, and high is of course still high, but so that's the Hunter original. I think I need to give this one some more oil, honestly, because it's starting to seem a little stiff, so we'll see what happens. So then moving on into my room, I have installed my 38-inch FASCO Charleston, and just like the one in my parents' bedroom, this is also a second generation model. This is model 438. And this one is from, I think, 1984? Yeah, this one's from 1984. Actually, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's from 84, but I'll have to check my video. This one I installed actually quite some time ago. I installed it like right after I got it. I got this one from my restore. And I replaced my Four Seasons with it. And I actually love this one in here. I think a smaller fan is much more fitting in this room, just because of how small this room is. So like 36-inch, 38-inch, 42-inch. I think 48-inch is probably just a little bit too big. So I think 42-inch is the max I would go to. And it's running on low speed on the wall control. I put the wall control up. I'm not sure if I showed that in the last update video, but that's the wall control that came with my Victorian with the light and the fan on it. It's a 4-speed wall control, and so the light is on a dimmer. And sad story about this globe here. I originally had my oval globe on it that I took out of my old house, the gazebo in my sister's room. I happened to be playing my guitar one day sitting on my bed, and when I went to put it away, I lifted it up, and the head of the guitar smashed right into the globe, so it shattered. Glass fell all over my head. I almost cried, because that was my last childhood globe, so I need to find a new oval globe now. So I put the one that I got with my FASCO 3600L on it. I think it looks nice. My dad loves this globe. He wants to put it on the fan in his room, but I said, not sure if it would look good on that one. But yeah, that is the 38-inch Charleston. So then moving on downstairs. Now, if you remember in my last update video, oh, it's not even on, I did install a ceiling fan down here. It was a CEC Newport. However, I have replaced that with the Supreme Mark III Emperor Hugger, and I'm not sure why it's not on. Now it's on, and I'm pretty sure that's on low. Yes, it is. So I installed this Supreme Mark III Emperor Hugger to replace the CEC, just because I thought a 52-inch fan would fit here, and honestly, it fits here pretty well. It moves just as good amount of air as the CEC did, so I think a 52-inch fan fits here. Not sure if this is going to be permanent or not. I'm not too crazy about it, but my dad seems to like it. But we'll see what happens. Overall, it's a pretty good install. There's a cat. So then in the garage, there actually is one more thing. There's another cat. We go out here. We have the Moss TF series, made by TAT. This is the one with the UFO motor that I got for free a few months ago. Actually, yeah, it was back in the summer, like at the beginning of the summer, I think. But I actually had spent many hours planning on what to put in here, what to do with this area, because I wanted a fan in here, because previously we only had the big belt-driven fan, which we really only use when the bay doors open, garage doors open, and the box fan, FASCO box fan, which I use pretty regularly when I'm in here. I wanted to put a ceiling fan up in here so we could have just like a regular, like, you know, whole room air circulation, I guess, rather than like a direct flow of air. But I originally was going to have two like industrials on either side, and it was going to be those two golden electric industrials, the golden fan electric industrials that I got. And when that didn't happen, because I thought that those were going to be like a little bit, I'm still a little bit wary about drilling into the ceiling, because I still don't exactly know what it's made of. So I thought it'd be safe to put only one fan here. I originally put up my FASCO 3600L in this spot here. That turned out to be too small. However, I did like that it had plastic blades, since this is kind of like an open area when this door is open. Because, like, I mean, it's not really like a outdoor area where the blades could warp if it got too humid, but it's still like it gets humid enough in here when the garage door is open. So then I went ahead and put this one up, and I think this is going to be the permanent install, because this is a very, very garage level type fan. It's very in rough condition. It's got, the blades are kind of splitting, pull chain finials broken off, but it works really well. It's a great fan. It moves a lot of air when it's on high, which is the speed it usually stays on. And so that is that one. I'm very happy with the way this one looks, actually. It gives me major hardware store vibes, just between the two fluorescent fixtures. I think that's really cool. And it is hardwired to the fluorescent fixture, so it just comes on with the switch whenever somebody turns the light on. And I just keep it on normally high, but I think in the winter time I'll turn it down to low and probably reverse it. So then the last thing to show you guys would have to be the display area, which has seen a few changes. I'm not going to do like a whole demonstration of all the speeds, because I don't want to make this video too long, but I will show you all the fans. So starting out here is the Victorian. This has not changed. This is still the exact same as it was. I use this one basically daily. It actually should be on right now. I normally keep it on like a medium-ish low speed on the Slumber Quiet, and it just turns on with that switch. Next is the American Industries Hugger, which I took from the kitchen upstairs. And this one, when I took it down, I was like, it's too cool and weird not to hang and display somewhere. So I put it up here in place of that Supreme heater fan. So yeah, I love this fan. And then the Evergo remote ornate GE vent is also one that's actually the second fan technically in the house that's been here since we moved in, because I installed this one like right when we moved in as well. Back here we have the NuTone Slimline. Replaced the Golden Fan Electric Industrial with this one. And then before that I had the banana fan up there, and then before that I had the parlor fan up there. This one is actually on a NuTone control right here, as you can see. I just wanted to put that on because NuTone, you get it. Over here is the CEC, or actually we've recently found out that these could be air-cool made. I'm not sure which this one is, but it's a top mount spinner with stencil blades, and this one I think was in the last video in this area. Haven't done any changes to this one at all. So yeah, and then the last one is the Carroway spinner, which you've seen in the background of pretty much all of my testing videos, and that one I use a lot as well. Yeah, I love this little spinner. So that is it for my National Ceiling Fan Day special. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you had a wonderful National Ceiling Fan Day, and thank you for watching, and more to come.